Hello, I'm Tom Linsky. I'm sitting here in Washington Crossing Historic Park in Pennsylvania. Right behind me is where George Washington crossed the Delaware to attack Trenton on Christmas night, 1776. My area, Philadelphia, has a lot of history to it. A lot of Titanic history, a lot of military history. I just wanted to come up here and do this video here because a lot of people love history who love the Titanic and will appreciate any sorts of history, myself included. The team and I are extremely committed to getting this game done right. And over the last few months, we've been fine-tuning everything. We've been fine-tuning our process, we've been fine-tuning the story, we've been fine-tuning the models, we've been fine-tuning everything you can think of, including the schedule between now and completion. And now I would like to announce that in February 2015, we're going to be doing our final fundraiser for the game. It's not going to be 20,000 like it was last time, however. It's going to be a lot more because, frankly, the 20,000 was for Phase 2. Phase 3, which is what this is going to be, is the programming and the engine work and the completion of the game. It's everything from now to completion, including voice recording, casting, animations, everything you can think of. But before I go into that, let me give you guys a quick summary about what we've done over the past few months. We've been working on the completion of First Class. The Grand Staircase is the current focus. The Grand Staircase model, in a way, is actually alive. It's constantly being updated, almost as though it's a living model, because there's always something new that needs to be adjusted and always something new that's being worked on or revised or something like that. However, our goal is to have this done and completed and game ready by October 15th. We also hope to have the majority of First Class done by the end of the year, including all public spaces and cabins. You've seen it in the engine before, you've seen videos, you've seen renders, you've seen screenshots. However, this is the absolute last work being done on First Class. Second Class, Third Class, and select crew spaces are actually very simple compared to First Class. That's why so much effort's going into First Class. Kyle has been optimizing these models, which Matt would deliver to him, and he would make these game ready. We're doing a very complicated process of modeling a lot of the woodworking and carvings and then converting them to 2D. Usually a lot of game designers would just do a 2D texture mimicking 3D, but by going the further step of actually modeling it in 3D and then coming back to 2D after that adds a greater depth to the illusion of everything being in 3D. Unfortunately, we can't have everything in 3D or else everyone's computers would crash. Character modeling has been going along great. Dennis, our character modeler, has been doing a beautiful job on Captain Smith, Thomas Andrews. You guys have seen Captain Smith. You haven't seen Thomas Andrews yet, though. There's going to be a follow-up video about that soon. One thing that is really exciting, however, is that we've made a discovery that changes the layout of a whole area on the ship. An area that everyone seems to think was one way. It wasn't well documented on the Titanic. Everyone has Olympic references or other plans. However, we've discovered it just wasn't like that on the Titanic. And when we found this, it blew us away. There's going to be another follow-up video about this. What we want to do is between now and the fundraiser in February 2015, we want to release a bunch of shorter videos, little vignettes, if you will, of all the different aspects of this game to let you guys know what we're doing and to basically see all the steps of the way. We want you guys to feel like you're part of the team too and give us some feedback, let us know your suggestions all along the way. Now when the fundraiser does come around, like I said, it's not going to be 20,000. It's not going to be our full budget either. I've been doing calculations on what our full budget's going to be and it's going to be over $1 million. However, we don't expect to raise all of that. There have been games that have gone onto Indiegogo and Kickstarter before and have blown away their goal. Some have raised nearly $10 million. Now we don't expect to break any records, but we are going to try our hardest to get as much as we can, and the rest, whatever is not raised by fundraising, will be subsidized by investors. That's something I'd like to avoid. I'd like to focus on creativity and getting things done the way we see fit. Either way though, this game's going to get made. Fundraiser's going to start in February 2015 and go until about mid-April. We'd like to complete the fundraiser around the anniversary. One thing that has been my focus over the past few months, in addition to all this business stuff and making sure that Kyle and Matt are equipped with everything they need to make sure that their work flows smoothly, is I've been working on the game script. the game script is ridiculously complicated. Let me put it this way. There are two phases of the script. There's the bare bones outline, which is basically just bullet points of what the player does, what the player can do in each level. There are about 17 levels. This bare bones document is 60 pages long, and it's still growing. The script, however, on the last draft was over 1,000 pages. Over the next few months, we're going to be releasing a lot of videos, vignettes about the different aspects of behind-the-scenes productions, how characters are being modeled, how rooms are being modeled, how the outside is being modeled, how Southampton, England is being modeled. You're going to see all sorts of things like that. You'll also find out about the amount of work going into it, other behind-the-scenes details, events we might go to promote it. And in addition to that, we will, of course, be showing off more parts of the ship that we've built in the engine. Feel free to comment either on YouTube or on our Facebook, facebook.com/Titanic Honor and Glory, or go to our website, www.titanichg.com. In the next week or so, we're also going to be releasing our next video frequently asked questions, and we're going to be answering all the questions that people submitted for that video FAQ. Now for my book recommendation. I've actually brought 2 copies of it with me, and this is the basic starter kit for any Titanic historian, and it is the book A Night to Remember by Walter Lord. I have 2 copies with me, and they're both older editions. This is the book that more or less inspired people to get into Titanic, even before the James Cameron movie came out. This book, which came out in the 50s, was actually the inspiration to A Night to Remember from 1958, starring Kenneth More. A lot of people know of it. It's a great movie as well. And again, that is A Night to Remember by Walter Lord. Thank you for watching.